The Big House Brawl Part 1 is done here at Crandon International Off-Road Raceway in Crandon, Wisconsin. TORC, the Off-Road Championship, presented by AmSoil. Glad you could be a part of it. Robbie Floyd, Ricky Johnson, RJ. We had 3 classes racing at Crandon. It showed its teeth, and it bit a few drivers today, but it did not bite the Enduro Pro Light leader, Kyle Hart. He gets a start and says, bye-bye.
We can see Dinsmore getting a hole shot on the inside, but it's Kyle Hart that carries the speed around the outside, ran the cushion beautifully, and got out front and never looked back. Here we see Dinsmore working his way up into second spot. A very, very great race between these guys. Then Lunderby with his strongest finish to date.
Yeah, his best run. I mean, I thought he had a chance of finishing in second. He does finish third, but Kyle Hart, another victory. He has only 1 blemish in his 2016 season, and that was due to a flat tire in Chicago, so he takes his 4th win in 5 races. That moves us to the Pro 2-wheel drive, where we see a guy who was strong and fairly touchable, Keegan Kincaid. It started off pretty well for him here in Crandon.
And very much the same thing. Keegan on the outside, Ari Leindyke on the inside with Nick Tyree, but Keegan runs that outside cushion and starts to build up a lead, but then who sneaks into second place? CJ Greaves, the defending champion. We see these guys, they've grown up together, their fathers raced together, and here we see CJ looking on the inside, but Keegan holding his line, CJ holding his line, and the momentum plays out until there's contact. They both hook up with each other. Now they're ramming and jamming, throwing into reverse, trying to get unstuck with each other, and then once they get going again, Keegan is out in front. Everything's good. It took a little while to separate them. No water, no foul, but once they get going, Keegan is still in front, and there's really everything is going great until we hear something go awry. Here Keegan comes around the outside, the motor revs, something in the transmission, the input shaft, or the converter. We do not know what happened.
We do know that CJ Greaves takes a victory in the Pro 2-wheel drive. Brad Lovell, his best finish. Rodney Van Apron, his best finish in Pro 2-wheel drive as well. And that leads us to the Pro 4. Scott Douglas comes off of a victory in Chicago, has a few problems with CJ Greaves. Johnny looked amazingly fast in practice and gets the start as rain started to come down.
Rain started to come down. We see Johnny, but what I love is Kent Brasher. They call him White Lightning. He's been around in the past. He's won here at Crandon, but Johnny Greaves was on fire with that monster Toyota, and you can see the little bit of body damage. And here we see Kent Brasher and Scott Douglas getting into each other. It rips the radiator cap off of Brasher. Something happens to Douglas, and he is out. Now here comes CJ Greaves.
Yeah, CJ, he had problems, a misstep early on, but he charged through the field, gets by everyone. He's all over Johnny, and something let go on Johnny's Toyota. Don't know what just yet, but something broke, and that handed the win to CJ Greaves. What a run by CJ, winning in 2 classes. The only thing he didn't race in was the Pro Lights, and that was won by Kyle Hart.